and welcome back to Time for Vocabulary with Mrs. Bucknight. I am wanting to work on vocabulary that goes with Unit Wonders 6, Week 3, or talking about the weather. We talked about weather in our classroom way early. I know you guys may not remember because it was close to the beginning of the school year. But this week we're going to talk about weather because that's what our stories are on in our unit. We are going to be learning some vocabulary that go with these words. And let's see if you can remember some of these. Some of these are words that we have used all year long. One of the words that I know that you guys probably already know is predict. Stop and think about every time we read a story, I show you the cover and I say, what do you think this story is about? Can you predict what's going to happen in our story today? So a prediction, Predict, predict means to think about what's going to happen and take a really good guess using some clues. Creative, I use that word with you guys a lot as well because I tell you when you think of an idea that's really new and interesting, I say, I didn't think of that. What a creative idea. So something that's creative is something that's new or different than what we've talked about before. We have talked about the word cycle. We did, let me see, we did the water cycle. When we have a pattern that it starts as water on the ground and it evaporates, then it comes back down and it gets on the ground or in the oceans and the lakes, and then it evaporates again. So it makes like a cycle, a pattern of things. This happens first, this happens second, this happens third, this happens fourth, and we come back to the beginning and it starts all over. If you think about learning time last week, cycle is our clock going around. It makes a cycle. Our minute hand makes a cycle going all the way around the clock, and our hour hand makes a cycle when it goes from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock all the way to 12 and back to 1. A cycle is a pattern of events that happen in a specific order again and again. We see that when we talk about our butterfly life cycle, when we talk about egg life cycle, when we talk about frog life cycle. All of those are patterns of things that happen again and again. Scorching means very hot. Scorching is hot. Frigid starts with an F, like frozen. Frigid and frozen mean the same thing. Very cold. Earlier this year, you also had to draw some places on a map. Oh, it was a map of our state. But then you had to figure out where our state is on the bigger piece of land that was on the big map that you guys loved so much. That big piece of land with all the colors and all the states is called a country. Our country is the United States of America, and our country is any land where a big group of people live. So if you think about other countries, there's also Canada is a country. There's also Mexico is a country. There's also Cuba is a country. So there's many different countries around the whole world. But a country is any piece of land where people live. And gathers. When you are in our classroom and you get all the things that you need for your centers and you take them back to your seat, you are gathering them. You're getting everything you need for a lot of materials and you're putting them in a group in one place. So when we meet in our classroom, we gather in our classroom. That means all of those Your little bodies are joined in one place, our room. Gather can be used for people, places, or things anytime we have a big group that's all in one place or all the things that are needed in one spot. That's called gather. So I hope these words help you when you read our stories and when you listen to the words that we're using. And I can't wait to hear some of the cool sentences that you guys make or pictures that you draw to go with them. Have a great day.